talked about some of the ace-x suited hands when I talked to you a little bit earlier in the orange bout, but let's look at another few examples. Say you're fortunate enough to have the ace-3 of spades and have a flop of ace-9-3. What do you do? Do you jam it, or do you slow play it? I found that on the flop, you almost always want to jam these hands. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to check it so that a 10 comes off, and maybe it's a 10 of diamonds, and now someone has a straight and a flush draw? Or do you just want to jam it and try to win the pot and play a big hand against maybe somebody else who has ace-king or ace-queen or ace-jack or another ace? And jamming it on the flop, you get a lot of action usually. So I like to play a big pot when I flop a big hand. Sometimes it might come ace-ace-3 when you have the ace-3 of spades. Now you can't lose. So now you might consider not jamming it. I mean, there's only one other ace left in the deck. You might want someone to try to hit a flush or a straight. You know, and in that case, you might want to slow play it, but that's only because you flopped aces full. So there's a little debate going on. How do you play ace-3 when it comes ace-9-3? Most of the top pros have weighed in. They like to play the hand fast. And it also protects their hand and gives them the best chance to win. And it gives them the best chance to win a big pot if someone has ace-10, who's going to be re-raising you a little bit back and forth. Now what happens when you have the ace-6 suited and it comes ace-10-9? Excuse me, the ace-3 suited and it comes ace-10-9. What are you going to do then? You flopped aces with kind of a weak kicker there. If someone else has an ace, you're in a lot of trouble. All right, now if someone else has jack-queen, a straight draw, you're in great shape, or a 10, or maybe they have a pocket pair of some sort, you're in great shape. So it's kind of a mixed blessing when you have ace-3 suited and it comes ace-10-9. I've won plenty of pots in that situation, and I've certainly lost plenty of pots in that situation. You know, and in general, I want to jam it on the flop a little bit to make sure that I get rid of, you know, the guy with 2 6s, so at least he doesn't hit a 6 on me, or 2 7s. So at least I want to try to get rid of some of the guys. You know, maybe they have a king-jack, and if you jam it, they're not going to try to hit their queen, you know, and maybe a queen's coming. So I'll jam it a little bit, but I'm also kind of leery. I might raise it once, and if I get re-raised, you're stuck calling down in that situation. It's pretty tough to fold that hand, you know, in a limit hold'em game. So you might be forced to call somebody down, or maybe it's a mouse, and you just know that they have you beat, and you can fold it. How about the ace-3 when it comes to deuce-5-9 flop? Well, that's an interesting situation. You need a 4 for a straight, or an ace for a pair of aces, but ace-high might be the best hand when it comes deuce-5-9. So you kind of have to, there's times where I play that hand kind of fast. I'll put in some raises to try to get rid of somebody with an ace-10 or an ace-8 high, or maybe ace-jack high, and give myself a chance to win. You might also, you know, be against someone that has a pair of deuces with a, you know, king kicker. Maybe it's a loose player, in which case you can also hit a 3, and you need an ace, a 3, or a 4. So, I mean, in that situation, it's all about the texture of the game, you know, and exactly what to do there is sometimes not clear. Sometimes I try to win that pot with ace-high, baby, calling all the way down, and you sure look like a genius if that play works. So, ace-x suited, there's a lot of different ways to play it. I guess the toughest one is when you have the ace-3 and it comes deuce-3, jack or something. You know, I mean, it's a tough hand to fold at that point. What do you do with second pair? Jam it, try to get information, try to do the best you can. These are the things that, you know, these are the little moves, ace-x suited, hitting second pair, that can determine whether or not you can become a world-class player.